Hi guys, welcome to my podcast entitled Unofficially Braless. This is an introduction. This is my very first episode. Please forgive me for the background noise. I am at home on my bed and I don't have any special equipment yet, but this is what I'm starting with. My name is Barbara, but I like to refer to myself as Barbs. Some other people call me Barbie, Barbs, Barbarita, whatever they're comfortable with, whatever I'm comfortable with. As long as it's a variation of the name, I don't mind. Where do I start? This is my very first time recording myself with the intent for others to listen. And I don't even know what to say now, but I think as time goes on, I'll be able to express myself better and articulate my sentences properly. So how I came up with the name, I knew for a fact that I wanted it to be unofficially official, because my main purpose of this podcast was to be as real as possible, unscripted completely. I did not want it to be scripted at all, because I felt like that I'd be putting on a show for people. Because I thought about it. Okay, before, when I wanted to start a podcast, I used to ask myself, what am I going to tell people? What am I going to say? Will people even listen to me? But then this time I just got up and I was like, I'm going to start the podcast, and I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to start it. And voila, here I am recording my first episode, which is quite scary, by the way. Very scary, because I'm still figuring things out. But I'm just starting. If I don't start right now, I will never start. Yeah, so my motivation was just to maybe reach out to people just like myself, ordinary people like myself. I just want to give you raw content, like, this is me. What you see is what you get. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does make sense. So then the Braless beat was help from my friend. Shout out to you, Stephanie. She was like, this feeling when you get home, what's the first thing you want to do? And we both like, well, it's to remove my bra. And that's the best feeling in the world, when you let the girls go and you feel a sense of relief. That's what I want this podcast to be, not only for myself, but for other people. So, officially, Braless was born. And I do have an intro song. I think I'm going to add it to the introduction to my first episode. It kind of has like a Mexican vibe, Latino kind of vibe. I hope you guys like that. I like it, and I think that's what matters. But the main goal of this podcast, like I mentioned earlier, was to cater to people like myself, because when I was talking with my friend, she asked me, what's your target audience? You know that thing when you tell someone that I'm going to start a podcast, and she's like, okay, let's talk about it. What do you want to do? What's your target audience? What's your target audience? And I'm like, girl, I don't even want to think about these things. My target audience is myself, me, Barbara. I'm the target audience. What would I want to hear? That's literally what I'm running with. So yeah, this podcast is more like a gift to myself. It's a platform that I'm creating for myself, and hopefully in the event that somebody comes across it and relates to it, that's amazing. But it's mostly for myself to dissect my thoughts, to literally lay my thoughts on the table and arrange them, because I have so many I have so many opinions, I have so many thoughts, and they roam in my mind back and forth, and I just need to declutter. Yeah. So I thought of, I don't want to write in a journal, but I do want to talk, and I think a podcast would be perfect. So that's it. This is how it is. Very, very unofficial, very unscripted, just going with the flow. And I think I like that because it brings out my authenticity. Yeah, I really don't want to put on a show, guys. So yes, this is me. And I think I also wanted to, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I wanted to learn how to articulate my speech properly. I want to speak properly. I want eloquence in my speech. I want to be eloquent when I'm speaking. And I think talking on a podcast will help me do that. I don't want to talk and add filler words in between the R's, the like. No, guys, those things, I really, really don't like them. And when I do it, I feel very unserious. So I don't want any filler words in my speech. I want to learn how to express myself properly and deliver the message eloquently. And I think the podcast will help me with that. So as time goes, by the way, I think the official title is Unofficially, Officially Braless. But the title under the surface is figuring things out, because that's what I'm doing with this podcast. I am figuring things out, guys. I am just navigating life, the ups and downs of life, and I think I just want to let you guys in on that. I'm not going to be too personal. I'm still figuring also that part. Like, should I really put myself out there or not? It's a decision that I'll probably make as time goes on. I don't even have a name for my listeners, but it will probably come on later. But yes, I think the key word for this podcast is relate. Can you relate to what I'm saying? Is somebody out there that's going through the same thing that I'm going through? Are you having the same thoughts? Am I the only one going through this? Those are the keywords about my podcast, what I want it to be. And I guess as I'm figuring things out, I want you guys to figure it out as well. Maybe my process of figuring things out will also help you figure things out. So, yes, that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening in. I think I'm so sorry that all my sentences are starting with I think. This is crazy. My episodes will probably come out on Fridays. Again, I'm really sorry for the background noise. I am at home in Uganda. Also about that, I am a Ugandan, I'm a Muganda, and there are moments where I might use certain words in my language. I will see to it that I am able to give you a few explanations about the words that I use. Like small words. You know, as Africans, when we're talking in a language, or mainly, let me narrow it down to my tribe mates, the Baganda, we tend to mix some words with English. So you might hear me saying like panange or over what should I do, over you get. So those are the few words that I will explain the meaning. I will try to explain the meaning in the event that I use them. But also that goes to show you that I not only want this to be a national kind of audience thing, I also wanted to reach out to people beyond the borders, Africa, the world, and so on and so forth. The other thing is, when I say unofficially, when I say that I want it to be as basic as possible, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to put in the work to make sure that I give you guys like content that's worth listening to, but I mean in the sense that I want you guys to get something that's not edited in any kind of way. Like, this is me. I'm literally on my bed right now talking talking to you guys. This is very unscripted. Very unscripted. I have no idea what I'm doing. I really have no idea, but I was like, you've been stalling for days, for weeks. You said you're going to start a podcast. This is like the what week, you know? And just saying that you're going to start a podcast. And I'm like, girl, get your phone and record and talk. You have so many thoughts in your head. Talk. And I'm talking. And this is amazing, actually, because I thought that I would not have anything to say, but I actually have things to say. I do. So, I am taking you guys very seriously. I'm taking this very seriously because this could actually go into something huge. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's what I mean by it being unofficial, by me it being unscripted. I just want to be real, guys. I just want to be real and have a few discussions with myself, and yeah. Thank you so much for listening in. Thank you for being kind enough to listen in. You can leave any comments if you want, I guess. And I'm literally saying this because I hear people saying this on their podcasts, on their, yeah. I will see you guys next Friday. Toodaloo!